Hey, what's going on everybody? Dr. Strong here, and I just want to thank you again for viewing my video and taking time to check out my channel. If you can, please just hit the like and subscribe button. It definitely helps the channel out so that I can get you more information and hear more about what you want to learn. And so if you don't know about me, and if this is the first video, my mission is to help as many people as possible overcome their chronic health conditions so that they can have the highest quality of life possible. For me, when I was a child, I was very overweight and it caused a lot of issues when I was growing up. You can see more about that in one of my earlier videos where I talk about my experience and why I'm doing this. And then also you can check out other videos where I talk about coming out of doctorate school, how I ended up gaining a little bit more weight, how it threw off my hormones, how it threw off my gut, and just how all of that really affected my overall well-being and just the steps that you can take to be proactive to fix those. So something that I get a lot of questions about is, why is losing so weight hard? And we're going to talk about what that specific reason is, and here's some things that you can do about it. So a lot of people, they try fad diets, or they try like caloric restriction, or maybe they go to the gym for hours on hours every day. And I would say that this is a huge mistake because of what we see so chronically with people, that they may lose a little bit of weight, but then they end up gaining more back, or they're just not able to keep a simple, sustainable weight loss program going. And there are two main reasons why I find that this is accurate. A lot of the times it's because of gut health. And one of the things that I see on lateral x-rays, picture here, is that you see that people have a lot of stool backup, and they actually have more fecal matter in them than they really should have, because they're not going to the bathroom regularly. They're not getting all of that additional waste out of them. Now imagine that you're producing 2 bags of trash every week, but you're only taking out 1 bag of trash every week. What that happens is you get this compounding effect of fecal matter or stool building up in the house or your body. Now, let's say that you get leaky gut, which almost everybody has, and you poke holes in the trash. Now your house becomes very stinky, becomes very toxic. This is what's causing a lot of people to have inflammation. They're having excess fecal matter, which adds to your weight. Yeah, that's correct. So what can we say is that inflammation will cause you to hold on to water more so, because you're just so inflamed, and the inflammation will attract water, so that's why you get that bloated or puffy feeling. And then secondly, if you have excess fecal matter in you, you're going to weigh more, because that's going to have water in it. It's going to absorb water because it uses water to help kind of filter it out through the colon and the large intestine. So if all of these combine, especially if your diet is off, then one of the things over time that will lead to excess fecal accumulation, which will lead to increased weight gain. So one of the things that you definitely want to do is making sure that you're either doing some sort of magnesium, maybe you're doing some fibrous foods, maybe you need to drink more water, maybe you need to decrease your caffeine in order to get the bowels moving appropriately, to get that excretion coming out. That is always kind of the first step when I work with people, that we want to work with them on their gut health as much as possible, because that's just low-hanging fruit. And when we do that, we see people lose anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds rather fast, because now they're not as toxic, they're getting more nutrients and vitamins from their minerals because their gut isn't so wrecked. They're getting rid of the inflammation through the bowel movements. There's just a lot of good things that happen when you really focus on gut health and getting it repaired in the way that it should be, and getting the bowels moving the way that they should be. Now, the second reason is that a lot of the times it's throwing off your hormones. Now, in America today, everybody is so stressed out. We're running around, we're eating fast food, destroying our guts even more. But what happens is you secrete this hormone called cortisol, which is your stress hormone, but it steals away from your sex hormones, it steals away from your thyroid hormone, it steals away from blood pressure regulation hormones. And what happens is that over time that will decrease your metabolism, because you'll have low testosterone, you'll have irregular estrogen, and you're going to have issues with your thyroid hormone as well, because cortisol inhibits TSH and T3. So with that being said, a lot of the time stress management is a very good tool that you can use in order to have that weight loss really expedite and to do it properly. And so one of the things that you want to do is you definitely want to try to eat. I know intermittent fasting is a big thing. I think it works well for some people, but not everybody. More times than not, I think it's good that you should do it for about 4 to 6 weeks, and then probably try to do some blood sugar regulation. Now the issue is with this is that you definitely need to make sure your blood sugar is regulated all the time, because that is one of the biggest stimulations for cortisol secretion. If you're not eating regularly throughout the day, or if you're doing fasting, or if you're doing too much caffeine consumption, then what will happen is you'll secrete cortisol. And if you just look up like cortisol, like hypercortisolism, or if you look up like Cushing's disease or something like that, then what happens is you'll see the effects of chronic cortisol secretion, and it looks like weight gain around the thighs, around the hips. You get the humping of the back, you get striations. There's just a lot of things that happen that end up causing the typical American appearance, and where you can't get to where you can lose weight. And I see it too many times. A lot of people are getting surgeries, or they're on a synthetic hormone in order to regulate this, but that's really not the issue. So you become dependent on an exogenous form of testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, or something like that in order to make up for the dysfunction in your body. And I would say, or you get a surgery like a hysterectomy or something like that in order to, if you have PCOS, ovarian cysts, if you have irregular periods, or if you have really bad periods, whatever it may be. And I would say that that is not the best way to go about it. And there are very simple things that you can do in order to kind of consolidate that and make it very efficacious to get the result that you want. And so I have an app that we can use that if you're interested in that, just comment below and I'll reach out to you. But we have an app that does all your grocery meals for you. It does all your meal planning. Basically, it does everything for you. There is a weight loss program on there that you just sign up for it. You can check it out. It'll have like your whole shopping list, snacks that you can use, foods to eat, foods to avoid, everything. And it's really great. And it makes it super simple and super easy. And then you get a little bit of accountability with the app. It has automated program reminders in there as well. And you can track a lot of you can track your weight, you can track all your stats, whether you're exercising, moving, those sorts of things. So that's kind of what I have found over the years of working with multiple people, is that a lot of the times, the first thing that you have to address is you have to address the underlying gut issues. Because the reason that you're overeating is because you're nutrient deficient most of the time, whether you verify it through blood work or some other organic acid work or anything like that. Most of the time it's because you have malabsorption or maldigestion. So fixing that before you're fixing anything is the key to actually changing results and to actually getting you better. Without that, then it's all for nothing. Plus, with that, your gut microbiome highly dictates neurotransmitter production. It can affect other transmitters such as dopamine. It regulates your immune system. So all these autoimmune conditions that are coming out are highly correlated to gut health or gut dysfunction. And so by addressing that, if you've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's, or if you've been diagnosed with other types of autoimmune, whether it's like lupus or multiple sclerosis, I've seen many cases of that, then there is a step that you should take before you just go straight to prescription medications to get those results. So if you know somebody or somebody in your family is struggling with one of those conditions, or maybe they're struggling with their weight, then I would implore you to address their gut health first and help them through that, and just share this video with them so that they can understand, like, hey, maybe there is a deeper rooted issue going on here that I need to address. So with the gut health, I would address that first, but also there's the hormonal side to it. Hey guys, so video ended up cutting short. I just want to thank you again for watching my video. Please like and subscribe. Comment below any questions that you have, or if there's anything that I can help you with or that you'd like me to make future videos about. And yeah, I just want you to know that we're here on this journey together. There are some additional resources below as well. So I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.